What's up, everybody? It's Big Cheds. Thanks for hanging out here. I'm sorry about that. Sorry I had a little bit of a technical issue before starting the last stream, but I'm back. I'm here, and it's time for some more fun. Let's do a quick update. As you know, I've started doing YouTube every day now. You can find that on YouTube at Cheds Trading. You're here. You know me from Twitter. I have a huge library of free educational content. You want to make sure you really check it all out. I teach Japanese candlestick theory, classical charting, trading psychology, and if you're just beginning, you got to start out with the Masterclass technical analysis tutorials. You can move on from there, check out Trading Wisdom. I have published 3 books. I do have 1/3 of that book available for free, Trading Wisdom. Basically the first third of the book. I've also published my cancer memoir. That entire thing is free, so check that out. And the Trading Quotes book, you've pretty much seen that, I'm sure, on Twitter, where I am at Big Cheds. I've pretty much by now, put out the whole book at this point. So I figured I would start out by talking about Bitcoin a little bit. I was actually riffing quite a bit before I checked the chat, and you folks said no mic. So good looking out on that. What I talked about is the fact that we're flexing another close here at the peak of the range, and we're flexing another close above the upper Bollinger Band. And, the best bear case is some type of a consolidation. And the question is, the exact texture, what's that consolidation going to look like? If we drop down to the daily chart, it still looks, it looks beautiful as well. I mean, the weekly's beautiful. The daily just had a nice drop back to the prior range peak after some signs of getting a little bit overheated. Hit that second level support, MA20, confluence of the prior high, and we marched right into a lower high test. And that lower high is a little bit more evident. You can see it a little bit better illustrated, if you will, on the 4-hour chart. So, and again, this is stuff I talked about yesterday. I'm doing these YouTube streams every day. The range low where you want to see hold definitely is pretty well marked as well. So we're looking at a little bit of consolidation. You do favor bulls to continue, but I think there would be potentially some caution if the price is unable to hold here at 92K, and then we'll start to look a little bit deeper in the zone. But for right now, you want to be treating certainly any retests, of $2 of that $92 range, 92K range. Just checking in the chat room. It's good to see everybody. Darren, Maxim, Gordon, Anonymous. I'll take your questions once I get going a little bit. I had a couple tweets I want to talk about, and we'll check those out in just a second. I want to remind you folks, the Bitcoin Live annual sale is going on right now. The Black Friday Cyber Sale. You have just over 2 days left. This is the best team in the world that studies crypto. I do a twice a week full market report. It's coming up tonight. It's Sunday night. I do it twice a week, Wednesday and Sunday night. And when you join, you get access to the entire team's content. So check out. The link is in the description. Check out the public blog as well for some sample reports to see what we do here. But you definitely want to check out Bitcoin Live. So we've got the levels pretty well marked out for Bitcoin. The question is, is Ethereum going to be able to reverse Ethereum versus Bitcoin? Going to be able to reverse this pretty strong downtrend on the daily, consolidating, grinding downtrend. I have a couple levels marked out. We have a first underside retest here at 038 roughly, and then really 041 would be the level that you'd want to see flip if you're going to think that Ethereum is going to start to outperform Bitcoin. But in and of itself, the Ethereum chart looks pretty good. In and of itself. I mean, it's price above a rising 200, which is an uptrend. It's trading near high time frame range peak. So even though it's been disappointing, it's been lagging, it's been kind of weak, compared to Bitcoin, it's actually a decent little chart. So let me just check out the chat room, see how everybody's doing. Mike Hall, M. Gross, good to see you. XRP ripping faces off. Well, we're going to take a look at your requests. Let me just say hi to everybody. First, Gordon, Anonymous, Ancient. Some guy says, loving Lynn Ben has a question about Bitcoin Live. Something about not being able to log in. Just send an email to support@bitcoin.live. I'll put that in the note. Support@bitcoin.live. You send them an email, they'll take right care of you. They hire me to create videos, so I don't have anything to do with actual memberships, payments processing. I just create content. I've been doing that for 6 years. I haven't missed an update Even when I'm traveling, I'm extremely dedicated. So yeah, send them an email. They'll take care of you. David says, thanks for your content. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. So can we start with Bitcoin price action? Yeah, Fifi, I just did that. I think the Bitcoin price range is pretty easy to mark up at this point. I think you can stay on the 4 hour to identify the trading levels. But let's jump in the chat room. If you folks have questions, maybe you can take a look at some of your favorite altcoins, and we'll let this update run 10-15 minutes. So you first mentioned XRP. Is it really above $2? I had been out for a little bit today, 213. Oh man. I mean, and it's been strong, but just look at that response here in the 4 hour. I mean, that is just beautiful. Ascending triangle breakout. Wow. But if you're here on the 4 hour and this is all you see, just a few candles, you really all are going to want to step out. Daily's amazing. Let's go to the weekly time frame. We have price history with XRP. And so we're going to you always want to know, even if you're trading, and I talk about a lot this in Trading Wisdom, even if you're trading in a lower time frame, you want to understand that secondary trend within the larger trend, what the larger trend is doing. You want to step out to the daily and the weekly to put that into context. And you look at the weekly chart, we're now at the highest price for XRP since 2018. That's impressive. This has long been talked about. It's one of the most hardcore, Justin Beliebers charts. And, just from a price standpoint alone, the break is impressive. We have this long consolidation sideways all year, 2023, 2024, and breaking that range, 75, 80 cents, continuing higher, challenging, breaking the 2021 highs. So that is quite impressive on XRP. It's been a market leader. Does that make me cautious? Not, I mean, for Bitcoin, you can say there's certain things that would make you cautious. This type of an acceleration, which is impressive to say the least, in XRP, and it's just holding primary uptrend support, aka EMA 8 exponential. EMA is the 8. It means an exponential moving average 8 period. I go over this in the Masterclass tutorials. You really shouldn't be trading if you haven't already watched these. But there's other stuff that's strong too. XLM, all this other stuff. But Bitcoin hasn't really shown any real weakness yet. So even though there are, you could call them things to be to be aware of, some of these dino coins making these moves, fine. But we're not really seeing any kind of weakness in Bitcoin that would make you cautious on that. Again, Cook's Tech says Cheds is king, but Peter Brandt is fire. Yeah, Peter Brandt's amazing. I really respect the man. I've met him before. He's a friend of mine, and he's just wonderful human being. Really nice guy. I love his content, and it's great to have him as a teammate. Can you imagine? It's like having LeBron, as your teammate. Peter, what's up, Peter? Good to see you. Sam. So Sam says, can you look at Radium? Sure. I don't think I've looked at that one for a while. Radium. Okay. I don't know that it's on a major exchange, which is unfortunate. But we'll take a look at it on KuCoin, which is okay. But I'd rather see it like on Binance or something. Yeah, that's some real momentum. It's got some potential rollover here. I would be cautious if it is unable to hold these recent range lows where bulls have stepped in, several times. Overall, I do like the price action. That's quite a bit of volume. A lot of volume, not a ton of history here on KuCoin, which is a point against it. So it may set up to a situation where before it continues higher, it needs to come back and test demand, maybe even test demand. So there's some evidence potentially rolling over. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it's called a drooping bottom in classical charting. And so the first real warning sign would be the loss of that 525 range. Brio says, what would be the strongest things now for an entry? I don't know what that means. But I can just top three. I'm not going to go and point out entries to you on specific charts unless they're obvious. And there's times you'll see on Twitter where there's a breakout. I can talk about strong chart stuff that's been strong, and that's what I've been doing all week. So actually, if you go back, you should be watching every one of these updates because we highlight good charts. We talk about H-bar, said relative strength. Let's just look at some stuff here. H-bar. And I believe I had a tweet about that. H-bar, continued relative strength. I talked about the 4H look here and that strength recently and some continuation. It's up 20% today. That's a very strong move. It's well above the 2024 levels. That's a nice looking chart. And it's now challenging really the underside of March 2022. This is a big differentiating level for much of the market in terms of relative strength, where you can, this is when Bitcoin attempted to do a double bottom, it failed, double Eve bottom, and rolled over. Many altcoins are trading above it. This would be Bitcoin 40K. So you can tell that it's at least weak compared to Bitcoin because Bitcoin's up here, but it's got a lot of momentum here. I like the volume and accumulation on the breakout. That's a nice looking chart right now. Peter says, read Cheds books. Thank you, man. Thank you for the feedback. And folks, thank you. And listen, I don't have a moderator. It's just me. So I'll probably miss your messages, but I read them all. And if there's any interesting questions, I can cover them in the next video. I'll do another stream tomorrow for sure. Take a quick peek around Pepe. Trying to break out. Looks like it was flirting for a breakout of the bull flag. See the volume trend. No break in the volume trend yet. We're starting to bull flag breakout. Initial pause here in the middle of the flag, but I still generally would favor this type of price action for continuation. It's still a very nice looking chart. And I believe Doge was starting to do something similar. Doge is starting to break out, kind of pushing higher. I think you can view this as an ascending triangle with what's called an early move or an out of line move in classical charting, where it moves early in the eventual direction of the trend break. Very nice clean consolidation. No real sell off in the red candles. Let me just check. Hey, Marcelo says, thanks for the updates. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Folks, hit like, if you want to support me, hit subscribe, hit notifications, tell your friends. I'm going to try to grind my YouTube channel up to 100K followers. And I think it's kind of crazy. I have a massive library of free educational content. I think most people don't know what is here. So if you're watching now, you're hearing my voice, you really want to soak up all this stuff. Let's see. So make YouTube great again. Ched, do you think Sol is doing head and shoulders in the 4-hour chart? All right, let's take a little look. We'll go to the 4-hour chart. Happy to do it. Do I think it's doing head and shoulders? I don't see a head and shoulders on this chart. So no, I do not. Oh, you mean like a head and shoulders top? I was thinking inverted head and shoulders because I was thinking with the trend. Maybe, but I don't know that you want to be looking for a reversal here. It's a bull trend. You should be looking for the price to continue with the trend. Recently had this throwback, prior range peak that held. You've got to, if that's your thesis and you think it's a head and shoulders, then you have to go long when if and when the, right shoulder violates. And that's the thing with classical charting. A reversal pattern that fails becomes a strong signal in and of itself. I wouldn't be looking for a bear reversal here just because this price trend is so strong. It's been a nice grinding, consolidating, higher run. I actually would favor Sol to continue higher. And certainly you can watch that 222 level. That would be an important kind of intermediate low to hold. We'll see if we can do a couple more. I like to do these short updates. Tonight I'm doing a full market report on Bitcoin Live, where I'm a founding analyst. I've been doing these market reports for 6 years. Folks, just 2 days left in the sale. You do not want to miss this. It's an unbelievable deal. This is the best team in the world that studies crypto, and I'm just honored to be part of it. Let's see. Marcelo says, amazing library. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Somebody's birthday. Happy birthday, Jade. Thank you so much. There are so many requests in the chat room, folks. I'm sorry I can't do that. But, if you get here early, you may hit notifications. Maybe I can get you next time. I'm Big Cheds on Twitter. Make sure you've watched all the free content on my YouTube. I have a massive library, TA tutorials, trading wisdom. I'm actually working on my 4th book, Trading Journal. That should be out. It will be out in 2025. So, folks, thank you for hanging out. These are our quick updates, and I will be back again with another update tomorrow. So thank you, and just know that Big Cheds love ya.